What is up, guys? This is Nick from Salty Gaming here talking about operators in Rainbow Six Siege. Mainly talking about the 8 new operators they're going to add into the game. If you weren't aware, they're going to add 8 new operators through a new season. They're still going to be free and it's still going to be pretty much all the same. But I'm going to count down my 8 predictions for the operators. I'm not saying all of them are going to be in. It's more like what I'd like to see and what would make more sense into the game. But here, let's get into it. A lot of like the problem I see in this game, I'd like to see a change in the meta. I don't know if this is just me, but I'm sick of roamers. This is Rainbow Six Siege for a reason. They're supposed to be sieging rooms. Yes, roamers do have a place in the game, but it shouldn't be the easiest way to play. Yes, roamers should have a place in the game, but playing a roamer should be a little more difficult and take a little more skill than having the easy way. I know most roamers on my teams, when I'm playing, they're at the top of the scoreboard because it's easier to get kills that way. So I'd like to see a change in the meta, and hopefully these operators reflect a little bit of change. But I'm not saying take away roamers altogether, but I'm saying just make it a little harder for roamers and don't make it the easy way to get killed. First up, we're going to go through attackers, and here first, I know a lot of people have thought of this, but this I really think they can implement in the game without breaking, even though people think it's going to break the game for some reason. It's really not. Like, I don't think it will be that overpowered. I mean, they have a dude that can take away headshots, a dude that can fly a drone and disorientate the enemy. Like, this isn't going to be overpowered. But first up, we're going to be talking about attack. And the first person I have for attack, I know people have already thought of this, and I've seen many videos on this. A camera hacker. This is how it would work. It'd have to be kind of balanced out kind of weirdly, but the light would have to change in the cameras when someone hacked into it. You'd have a little device, you know, kind of like Watchdog style. You'd have your phone and you have to be in range of the camera to like hack into it, I'd say. And it would light up blue or some different color, not red. Your team, like the defenders. So the defenders know when it's being hacked. And the way you counter it, just either shoot out the camera, which would kind of suck. But the other way to counter it would be to just log into the camera and it would have to log the person out. I think that would be a great way to balance the player, and it would bring a new type of playstyle to the game where a defending player would actually be on the cameras pretty much all the time. The communication would have to be key, be like, hey, they're on camera in this room, or they're in cameras in this room. Can someone log on and block them out while we're trying to, you know, do whatever we do? I think this would be a great addition into the game. This is when we get into countering roamers. I really want to like really see an attack counter for the roamers. Attack can switch the trap for, let's say, the bear traps or Capkin's traps or whatever, or all the gadgets pretty much. You could even do it for Jaegers, whatever trap or gadget there is, and it's outside the objective room and the attack can see it and stay on it for a minute. It would be an attack switch operator, like it'd switch the traps around. Obviously, you'd have to make it very obvious that the traps got switched. Make it really blatantly, or it's just going to be overpowered. The other team would really have to communicate where the traps are and where they could be hacked, and they'd really have to watch their feet instead of only the attack watching their feet. And it really has to be an obvious change. So say if they change Capkin, make it like a blue line or something, or like if it's a bear trap, have a blue little like tag on it, something like that. I think that could be a great way to balance out that operator. Next up is kind of similar, but a trap operator in their own. Whether he has more powerful claymores or a new trap on their own, I'm sure they can come up with something. I'd like to see a trap operator that can really cover the attacking team's back when they can't look at a certain section. I think this would be a great counter to roamers. It wouldn't totally like nerf roamers into oblivion, but it'd make it a little more skillful to, or make it a like sound trap. I've seen that suggested a lot. That'd be sweet. The metal detectors in some of the maps, how they go off, just make that deployable for the attacking team. Next up, we have defenders. I think defending operators should be more involved into the room. They shouldn't have to go outside the room to do their job or whatever. I think if they had like a sandbag or a cover operator that could make a little fort or something, it'd show their head and have areas where the attack can see in, of course, but just give the defenders a little more cover and give them more of an incentive to stay in the room, because some of these rooms, they don't have any cover. That's why people are leaving them, because there's no cover inside the room. I think that'd be great. It'd obviously be bigger than the deployable shield or anything, but I think if just a little fort type thing, that would be awesome. I've seen this suggested before too, but I think a deployable gadget enhancer would be really awesome. You'd really have to balance this out because this has the possibility of being very overpowered. So what you'd do, you'd like shoot something at a team gadget or something, or like have a wrench and it takes time to upgrade it or something. And just for example, you could make Capcan have a big boom, have the mute deployable jammers cover a bigger radius, or the Jaeger block more like grenades. I think that would be a sweet addition into the game. And again, this would keep the operator inside the room because you're not seeing many gadgets outside the room. And the enhancer could be also a direct counter to the camera hacker or the gadget switch. So say if he does a camera, then that camera can't be hacked into, or if he does a gadget, it can't be switched. I think that would be so cool to add into the game. Next up, I don't know why they didn't add this into the game. I think a lot of people asked for it, but maybe it didn't work out well or whatever, or maybe they had different ideas. But a shield for the defending operator, it would be like a riot shield just like the other shields. Maybe not have like the power that the other shields do, like Montagna or the Blitz. They wouldn't have any special power, but maybe he can like deploy it on the ground and use it as cover and could like let it go or something. I think that'd be a really sweet operator. It wouldn't break the game or anything. I'm sure people would use it. I think that would be really cool to see into the game. And now I'm going to talk about some operators that could either go both ways, really. And the first operator I have is the tear gas operator. This would probably go more on attack because there is already a gas operator as smoke, but this one wouldn't do the damage smoke does, but he'd like disorientate the enemy and he'd make it really like blurry vision. I'm not a developer, I don't know how to balance this out, but or you could even make it a gadget where like you could throw it in. I'm sure more variety in the grenades wouldn't be a bad thing in this game, so I think that would be a great addition. The next operator is more of an operator that wouldn't be like that great, but I just really want to see it in the game. I think that would be sweet for montages or just a really cool, fun operator to play, really challenging, but really fun operator to play. It would be a melee operator. And I know what you're thinking, like, why? Like, everyone has guns, why would anyone pick this? Because it's fun. Maybe make him, like, faster than normal, make him, like, footsteps not be heard, you know, whatever. I wouldn't give him a pistol, but if you want to give him a pistol, why not? He could really go both ways. Probably better on the defending side, but really, it doesn't matter. I think that would be a really cool operator, even if you could just, like, if it doesn't show the death spots, you know, like you see the skulls, that would be like really cool. He could be like a ninja. That would be sweet into this game. So that's pretty much all there is on that operator. I just would really like to see this operator into the game. That's it for today, guys. Didn't see an operator you'd like to see in this game? Check out the other video I made. Actually, a lot of operators from there actually got put into the game. So, you know, I might have some good ideas. So check that out. I'm sure there's some that didn't get put into the game. But thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.